Bullying by Summer Boyd. Bullying is a serious problem in America. The number of people being bullied every day is increasing as we speak. Harassment and bullying have been connected to 75% of school shooting incidents, and over 3.2 million students are victims of bullying every year. Many people are starting to give more attention to the issue at hand and are trying to spread awareness in any way they can throughout the U.S. Some famous music artists, such as Brigitte, are even producing songs that help elaborate the effects that bullying can have on victims. Bullying is being noticed and pointed out more and more in the hopes that one day it could be completely stopped. Bullies were once accepted. Everyone has been bullied at one point in their life. Unfortunately, society used to accept the ways of the bully. We indulged the noogie, winked at the Charlie horse, and thought it sort of funny when the high school tough crammed the band geek into the locker. Poking, taunting, name-calling, at least in modest doses, were considered normal, if sometimes trying, part of adolescent development. Those are the words from Benjamin Soski's article, Bully Pulpit. In the article, Soski discusses the fact that bullying has turned and dangerously abusive from what it used to be when it was called adolescent development. The issue of bullying has occurred not only in schools, but simply everywhere. Bullying is the sort of thing that can happen at any time of the day, at any given place, at any time. It could be at work, in a school, or a sport, at your home, in a store, on the street, at a park, at night, during day, etc. You name it. It can happen. Bullies usually think that it's amusing or humorous to joke around and mess with people for fun. It has become quite a common thing to see or hear about. Sadly, a lot of people who do witness the act of bullying don't say a single thing or do anything. By doing nothing, it does greater harm to the victims of the bullies. If no one steps up to help them, how could they stand up for themselves? These suffering people experience many problems, emotionally and physically, when they are bullied repeatedly. Many become depressed, have mental breakdowns or anxiety attacks, show unpredictable aggression, or inflict self-harm. However, the biggest and most growing result of victims who are bullied is suicide. Suicide is ranked third in the leading cause of death among adolescents. Death tolls have reached about 4,400 deaths per year. For every one suicide among an adolescent, there are at least 100 suicide attempts. Victims of bullying often see suicide as the only way out. The most awakening results came from surveys that were sent to different schools around the U.S. said that over 4% of high school students have considered suicide and almost 7% have actually attempted it. 1 million kids and adolescents are bullied every week in school and out. Bullied victims are between 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide than non-victims. Bullying statistics from a recent study in Britain found that at least half of suicides among adolescents are related to bullying. Almost all victims feel as though it is their fault and they are alone and cannot go to anyone for help. Fortunately for them, those who do see these victims and wish to help them are standing up to speak up, and more. People all around the U.S. are putting in their time to speak, sing, and or write about spreading bully awareness. With the help of singer-songwriter Ne-Yo, Cartoon Network, a division of Turner Broadcasting Systems Incorporated, and Boys and Girls Clubs of America will recognize National Bullying Prevention Awareness Day and distribute more than 4,000 bully prevention kits to boys and girls clubs all across the nation. Bullying is a serious problem in America. The number of victims that are bullied is constantly growing. However, the number of people who are spreading bully awareness and are giving help to victims is becoming greater and stronger. People all over the states have developed very intense feelings towards bullying. Schools do their best to stop any sort of bullying and have broadened meetings and assemblies for not only the victims, but the bullies themselves. Gradually, but assuredly, America is fighting the bully problem that has plagued our idolized country. Together, we stand in protest as our nation unites against the affair in which we call bullying.